Congratulations on the purchase of your new solar system. It's not only one of the most energy efficient systems out there, but it's very easy to install, and that's the purpose of this video clip today. So let me show you what's required and how easy this is to install. Firstly, let's take all the components and lay them out so we know what we've got to work with. So I've laid these out accordingly. My box of solar panels, the footing, the electrical bracing and the inverters. Over here are really the main components of how to install this on your roof. It's really that simple. So let me carry on and show you. Here in the southern hemisphere, you want to be mounting this on the northern part of your roof, which is basically the full sun in midday. Now, because I am mounting mine on a very steep roof, this does make it a bit more challenging. Fortunately, my roof, which is at a pitch of 45 degrees, is facing due north. So this actually makes it a perfect siting for solar panels. As you can see, I've also got a solar water panel up there. But above that, there's a 2 meter space, which is just perfect for mounting these electric panels as well. I'm going to take a couple of panels and put them on the west side of the house, which is on the other side of that gable roof. This means that I not only get great electrical flow or generation during the day, but I capture the evening sun as well. So often you're looking for power usage around 3 to 6 p.m. So having these panels sitting on the west side really maximizes the benefits of the solar power. Now, due to the challenges of my steep roof, I thought it's probably easiest to lay everything out first before I go up there. Last thing you want to do is get up there and find out you've got something wrong and risk some of the challenges posed by the steepness. So let me show you what I've got here in the right layout of the components. At the start of the video clip, we had everything laid out on a box. Now I've taken those components and put them out on my lawn, just so I can see, as I mentioned, how it's going to be laid out on the roof. So you'll see that if you imagine the lawn as the roof itself, the brackets are going to be sitting proud of the roof. They're going to be sitting in this footing here, which is actually going to be tilted down that way. You'll see in this example that I've only used one screw. I've put the rubber foot, which goes in between the foot and the roof, mounted on the screw. Alternatively, you could use 2 screws through respective holes. You'll also note that where I've mounted the brackets themselves, you could put the bracket anywhere down this distance, but ideally you want them sitting somewhere around the middle, which will give you optimal support for the solar panel itself. You'll also see this bracket here. This is for connecting up the 2 panels. So you can see here I've got one panel sitting here. The other panel will be sitting down here as well. This is one of the electrical connectors that just helps with the earthing. So these go in the middle between the 2 solar panels. When mounting the brackets on the roof, you want to connect up 2 brackets, as I've got here, in this fashion. So we have the electrical connections sitting in behind. Note how where the screws are there. and then you've got the bracket that holds, or the bracing that holds these brackets on. So I've just hand tightened these ones in, and that's basically meant that the whole panel is nice and tight. So to show you what the system looks like mounted on the roof, I've come up here. I've got one solar panel on. As you can see, the brackets are sitting parallel on the roof. If I come along here, I've put one screw into each bracket holder, and I've also set these here up ready to go for when I mount the solar panels. So one of these will be pinning both solar panels down together. So on the left, on this side, and on that side, and they'll be tightened down to keep the solar panels in place. So I've gone all the way along there. As well, you'd also see the inverters sitting up, placed and ready. Those have been placed out at 2 meters each. So an example over here is where you've got one solar panel, then there's a spacing of about 250 mil to the inverter. So the next solar panel will be sitting over top of that inverter. I will show you the wiring shortly. So over here we have the inverter, and I'm just going to show you the wiring related to this. Each solar panel, as you can see under here, has 2 cables coming out of it. Those 2 cables go into in this case, into the left side. The next panel that's going to be sitting over top of this inverter will be plugged into the right side. You'll also note that I've used a different type of bracing over here. That's just a temporary bracing in this case, because the panel is sitting by itself. When I bring up the next panel, which as I said is going to be sitting over top of the inverter, I'll be removing this and putting that there in place. So one side will be holding that solar panel down, this side will be holding the next solar panel down. Where you do use these is when on the ends, so that part over there is exactly the same as that there. Also, just make sure you cable tie these cables to the bracing, just for a tidy job. Also to make sure that if there's any wind coming down there, it's not going to be banging against the panel. So hopefully that's giving you enough information to go for, and so good luck. Thank you.